section of our video series, we talked about getting a test drive agreement. Here's why that's so important. When it comes to dealer insurance, one of the exclusions that most dealers have no idea exists in their policy is an exclusion for something called false pretenses. And the false pretenses exclusion basically says that the insurance company can deny a claim where the dealer hands over the keys to a car to a potential customer and the customer steals the car. Because in that case, the customer pretended to be a real customer and got the keys by pretending to be a customer and then stole the car. That's called false pretenses. It was a pretense that was false. And the insurance company says, no, we are not going to pay you for that stolen car because you handed over the keys to a fraudster. Seems crazy, right? Like that, when I came across that the very first time in my practice, it blew my mind. That a dealer can hand the keys to somebody for a test drive, lose the car because the customer, potential customer, fraudster, steals the car, and then the insurance company says, sorry, we're not paying on that claim because you handed over the keys. This is why it's so important for dealers to do a number of different things. Number one, check and see if they have false pretenses coverage on their insurance policy. And if it's an exclusion, ask their insurance broker if they can get a rider or an additional policy that does, or switch to a different policy that allows for false pretenses and doesn't exclude them. The next is to make sure the customer signs a test drive agreement, provides a copy of their license, so that, and you know what, look, sometimes is a license fake? Sure, sometimes it is, right? But it's better to get that than to get nothing. So, you run the dice, you roll the dice there, and you take, what more can you do? But it's important to get that license. It's important to get a test drive agreement signed, because then the dealer can actually find the fraudster. The other thing that's important, of course, on a test drive is to go with the customer. A lot of dealers will just hand the keys off and say, here, yeah, go take it around, tell me what you think, you got about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then come back. Well, that just creates a mess, especially in false pretenses, so go with the customer. False pretenses, big exclusion in insurance.